everybody, this is Mike with On Point Preparedness. I've got a really cool trip for you guys today, and it's really all in thanks to you all. My Patreon supporters, my PayPal supporters, and especially a very special supporter named Deb. Through you, I was able to invest in some videography equipment so I can take you into the field, take you into the world, so you can see what I'm seeing in terms of biblical end times prophecy. So for this trip, we're going to go check out this heretical movie by Pope Francis, a man of his word. It's furthering his already immense popularity with the world. As I've said before on my channel, I really believe he is a John the Baptist of the Antichrist in some sort of way. He is really going to be viewed as the moral and spiritual authority for this world when times get crazy. And so I really suspect more of the same with this movie, but I'm going to do the investigating for you and bring you with me. So let's go check it out.
So I gotta say, this area that I went to see the movie was pretty cool. It's got all this old German architecture and culture. I just wish that I was seeing a better movie, because I'll tell you what, this thing was pretty dang boring, but it was definitely prophetic. And so let's go ahead and I'll break this down for you. Alright, so I'm back in the studio, and let me just break down everything that I saw. Really, there's nothing new under the sun with this Pope and what he said in the movie, but he is certainly doubling down on every single controversy that he ever encountered. Whether it's the refugee crisis, whether it's climate change, whether it is about his homosexual comments or his interreligious dialogue, he didn't try to backpedal on any of those statements at all. Like I said, he doubled down on all of them, and he just went for the throat, just confirming everything that we've already known. Now, if I could think of three takeaways, three of the most major things that I got out of this movie that I'd want to share with you, it'd be this. The first, I just found this really funny yet interesting, is the movie makes a comparison between Pope Francis and Saint Francis of Assisi. And they talk about Saint Francis of Assisi and how he created this brotherhood which pursued peace and interreligious dialogue. And specifically, they said that Saint Francis of Assisi's brotherhood spread like yeast. Now, that's interesting because anytime you see the symbol of yeast used by Jesus or all throughout the New Testament, it's never in a good way. So if you take it 1 Corinthians 5 verse 6, your boasting is not good. Do you not know that a little leaven leavens the whole lump? So yeast is something to be avoided, and here they're saying that the brotherhood of St. Francis of Assisi and likewise Pope Francis is spreading like yeast. So lots of little subtle prophetic things spread all throughout this movie, but to me that was still a major takeaway. The second thing is, and check out this photograph. Towards the end of this movie, it really ends in a crescendo, again doubling down on his false theology. He really pushes the fact that we need to bring interreligious dialogue. He starts bringing in this thing called Tri-Faith Initiative, which assumes that the major religions of the world, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, all have their roots in Abraham. And so you can see this photo right here. He says, basically, we're all children of Abraham. We all descend from Abraham. We all worship the same God. We need to have this interreligious dialogue. Again, he's really preparing to be the head of this one world religion, new Babylonian order. And I just was amazed that he wasn't backpedaling on these statements in any way, shape, or form. And the third takeaway, and again, most people wouldn't catch on this and say it's a major thing, but I did. He starts referring to the earth as Mother Earth. He's started to have this very New Age Gaia type thought about the earth and how it's Mother Earth and we need to care for it. And by all means, I say we need to take care of nature, but he almost refers to it in a spiritual sense, that we need to worship the earth, which we are definitely not supposed to do. And he also states that the account of Genesis is a mythical representation of truth. So he's a Jesuit. They're all about science and technology and evolution, but he flat out says that Genesis is just a mythical story. And I was just blown away because that part I've never heard from him before, but again, assuming his Jesuit roots, it makes sense. But all in all, I mean, personally, I don't recommend that anyone go and see this movie. It was sort of weird to know that I believe we're living in the end times, and here I am watching this flick that is definitely having a place or a part to play in this whole storyline. But it was very oppressive. I mean, just seeing how he's manipulating the minds of people in the audience. It was actually only me and five very older senior individuals. Didn't have a chance to minister to them, but hopefully not many people see this movie because it's just full of heresies and lies. But he definitely is leading the world to wonder after him and this beast system. So again, thanks to everyone for the support. Look forward to a lot of other videography style videos coming out of my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Mike with On Point Preparedness. See ya.